Good morning everyone, my name's Julianne, I'm from the Right CV. Thanks very much for joining us today. Today's a really great session. It's regarding government job applications. So this one's a great one to attend, or you can also listen to the recording if you weren't able to make the live session today. So regarding government job applications, so you're looking into your next career move being in the public sector, and you're thinking, where do I start? Or what steps can I take to effectively address the selection criteria? And as we go through today's session, if you've got any questions, just pop them into the chat and I'll aim to respond to any questions or inquiries that you have along the way. Okay, so regarding the top 5 tips for government job applications, first one, be aware of the selection criteria for the role that you're applying for. You can do that by downloading and printing a copy of the selection criteria for the job role and the requirements that you're applying for. This is crucial to ensure you are showcasing your experience and providing specific examples that will reflect what your employer or the government sector organisation is looking for. The second tip is check if the role requires references on your resume. So quite a number of government roles specifically ask to include 2 or more references on your resume. And this can differ from non-government or private sector roles where references are most of the time not needed until asked. So ensure these references are current and up to date, and that your references can provide you with a great reference when applying for the role that you're interested in. The third one, ensure your resume is up to date. If you do need to update your resume or need a new one written, please feel free to reach out to us here at the Right CV and we can point you in the right direction. So ensuring your resume is up to date is crucial, and also tailoring your cover letter to the role that you're applying for, again with reference to the selection criteria as best you can, will be a game changer for you. And the final one is seek assistance with preparing for interviews. Again, us here at the Right CV can assist you with a interview preparation session for the role that you're applying for. It'll just give you that confidence and clarity regarding questions to ask and how to respond to questions that you may be asked of regarding the employer. This will ensure that you gain practical experience and ensure you're confident when attending your next job interview. And this is particularly a key advantage when applying for government and public sector roles. Okay, so we're next going to move on to what exactly selection criteria or a statement of claims for government or private sector roles are. So regarding the selection criteria for an Australian government role, this typically consists of a set of competencies, skills, qualifications and experiences that candidates must demonstrate to be considered for the position. These criteria are usually outlined in the job advertisement and include both essential and desirable attributes. Some of the common components of selection criteria for the Australian government roles include qualifications and experience, technical skills, particularly software proficiency, technical expertise or specialised knowledge. Communication skills is a really popular one, that's both verbal and in writing. Teamwork and interpersonal skills, problem solving skills, organisation skills, so how you manage your time effectively, prioritise tasks and meet deadlines, leadership and management skills, particularly for higher level positions, and personal attributes which can be integrity, reliability, adaptability and a commitment to the public service values. Okay, so how can I address the selection criteria? This is commonly responded to using the STAR method, and STAR stands for situation, task, action or result. And with reference to that, the situation, describe the context within which you performed a task or faced a challenge at work. The task, explain the actual task or challenge that was involved. Action, detail the specific actions you took to address the challenge or task. And the result, which is really important, highlight the outcomes or results of your actions. This will really give you a key advantage regarding other applicants in the position, as it really showcases the value that you can provide to the government role that you're applying for and the organisation. The second step in how to address the selection criteria, be specific and relevant. So tailoring your responses to the selection criteria and providing concrete examples that showcase your skills and experience. The third tip, keep it concise. While providing enough detail to substantiate your claims, avoid unnecessary information and going off on a tangent, so to speak. So really keeping your responses focused on what is required. And follow application guidelines. This is crucial to adhering to any format, length or content guidelines specific to the job advertisement or application instructions. Now I'm going to discuss the statement of claims, which is slightly different to selection criteria. So the statement of claims for an Australian government role is a document in which applicants explicitly address each of the selection criteria listed in the job advertisement. This document is critical in the application process as it allows applicants to demonstrate how their skills, experiences and qualifications meet the requirements of the role. And the components of a statement of claims is firstly an introduction, so briefly introducing yourself and summarising your interest in the position, as this really sets the context for the statement of claims. And secondly, addressing each selection criteria. So for each selection criteria, provide a structured response that demonstrates your competence. Again, using the STAR method is a common and effective approach for this. 5 tips for writing a statement of claims. Again, be specific and relevant, using concrete examples that directly relate to the selection criteria of the role. Be clear and concise in your language, so avoiding any unnecessary jargon and keeping your responses focused. Quantify your achievements. This is really essential and again really differentiates you from other candidates that may be applying for the role. It really showcases the value that you can provide to the potential employer. So use numbers or metrics to demonstrate the impact of your actions in that regard. 4th one, proofread. Absolutely essential, so there's no spelling or grammatical errors and that the document is well organised. There's nothing worse than spelling errors or grammatical errors in your resume or application, as if picked up by an employer, that can essentially be a hindrance to your application further. And the final one, follow guidelines. So adhere to any format, length or submission guidelines specific to the job advertisement. And finally, regarding your resume for the government role, a few tips and advice here. So create a compelling professional profile that will grab a hiring manager or recruiter's attention, tailored to your industry. So you can research and incorporate keywords into this section of your resume, and it will really be clear as to what you do and what your career history has included. Include references as part of the job if specifically requested. As I mentioned before, that's very common for government applications, so they may request 2 to 3 current references as professional references, so supervisors, colleagues, team leaders, things like that, that can confirm all your experience and what you can bring to the new role. Technical skills or general skills, include these on the front page. Experience, no more than 10 to 15 years prior, ideally 10 years, but if it is integral to the job that you're applying for, it can go up to 15 years. And this can include previous employment, internships or volunteering roles. Regarding your resume, try to keep it to 3 pages in length for a government resume. Again, if you have extensive experience that specifically relates to the role that you're applying for, you can include this, but definitely no longer than 15 years. And regarding your cover letter, for a lot of government or public sector roles, the job ad will actually include the contact person for the role. So if you ensure that you address your cover letter to this specific person, that's a lot better than hiring manager or HR manager. It's a lot more personalised. Okay, so if anyone has any questions, again, feel free to pop them in the chat. Otherwise, thank you very much for joining us today. And if you need any further information about tailoring your government application or resume, please visit our website, which is therightcv.com. That is THE-WRITE-CV.com. And you can also follow us on LinkedIn or Facebook for further information and career development tips. And we look forward to seeing you at the next Facebook Live, so check out the socials for when that is. Thank you very much.